Have you ever wondered what would really happen if aliens invaded Earth? Not the kind of aliens we see in movies with green skin and ray guns, but actual extraterrestrial beings with technology far beyond our wildest dreams. What would that mean for us? Would they come in peace, or would it be the end of life as we know it? Today, we're diving deep into one of the most terrifying what-if scenarios ever imagined. What if aliens invaded Earth? Picture this. You're walking down the street, minding your own business, when suddenly the sky tears open like the universe itself is cracking apart. Gigantic, looming ships appear, blocking out the sun. People stop in their tracks, staring up at the sky. There's no sound at first, just an eerie silence. It's like time is standing still, until the ground starts to shake and panic sets in. The invasion has begun. Now, you might be thinking, okay, but wouldn't we see them coming? Wouldn't we have some warning? Well, maybe. But what if their technology is so advanced that they could travel faster than light or even fold space? They could appear in our skies without any warning at all. In fact, they could have been watching us for centuries, studying us, and waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Let's break it down. First of all, why would aliens invade Earth in the first place? They could be after our resources. Water, minerals, even our atmosphere could be precious to them. Or maybe they see us as a threat, primitive sure, but still dangerous in the long run. Perhaps they've witnessed what humanity is capable of. After all, we've developed nuclear weapons, we've traveled to space, and we're constantly evolving our technology. From their point of view, we could be the unpredictable neighbor that needs to be dealt with before we get too powerful. But let's get to the juicy part. How would we fight back? Would we stand a chance? At first, it might seem like we're hopelessly outgunned. I mean, we're talking about beings that can travel across the galaxy. But humans are survivors, right? Throughout history, we've faced incredible odds, from natural disasters to world wars, and we've always found a way to push through. So could we actually defend ourselves against an alien invasion? Imagine governments around the world scrambling to communicate with each other. The United Nations, NATO, and even countries that are usually at odds, like the US and Russia, would have to join forces. We'd have to put aside all our differences because the survival of our entire species is on the line. Military bases worldwide would go into overdrive, preparing whatever weapons we have that could possibly work against these invaders. Jets would be scrambled, tanks deployed, and troops mobilized. The question is, would it be enough? Let's say the aliens aren't invincible, but they have shields that make them nearly impossible to hit. Our fighter jets and missiles would just bounce off, like throwing pebbles at a tank. But humans are clever. We'd start thinking outside the box, looking for weaknesses, hacking into their systems, or maybe even using guerrilla tactics. The fight wouldn't just be in the sky, it would be on the ground too. Imagine urban warfare in major cities like New York, Tokyo, and London. Streets would turn into battlegrounds, and everyday people might have to join the fight just to survive. Of course, we'd also need help from the brightest minds on the planet. Scientists, engineers, and tech experts would have to work around the clock to figure out how the aliens' technology works and how we could possibly turn it against them. Maybe we'd develop new weapons or find ways to jam their communications. It's possible that humanity's greatest minds, like Elon Musk or teams at NASA, would be leading the charge in developing the tech we need to defend our planet. Can you imagine the race against time as the world's best and brightest try to unlock the secrets of alien tech while cities burn in the background? Before we continue with what happens next in this alien invasion scenario, don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you're enjoying the video. We've got tons of fascinating what-if content coming up, and trust me, you don't want to miss it. All right, let's get back to the action. At this point, humanity is putting up a fight, but the aliens are still overwhelming us. Cities have fallen, millions are displaced, and governments are on the verge of collapse. It's chaos. But humans have something that aliens might not expect: sheer willpower and a knack for unexpected solutions. Think about it. We've always been able to adapt and overcome, even in the face of extinction. Maybe it's our unpredictability that gives us the edge. Could we find a way to communicate with the aliens? Maybe negotiate a truce? Or would it come down to one final, desperate plan? Imagine this. The world's nations come together for a last-ditch effort to launch an all-out counterattack. Secret weapons that have been in development for years, stuff we've only heard rumors about, are finally brought into play. Maybe we use EMPs to knock out their shields. Maybe we find a way to reverse engineer their technology. Or maybe, just maybe, we discover that the aliens aren't as united as we thought. What if there's a faction among them that's sympathetic to us? A group that doesn't believe in the invasion and wants to help us survive? And here's a wild thought. What if they came not to destroy, but to terraform Earth for their own survival? Picture the aliens releasing strange biological agents into the atmosphere, slowly transforming the planet's climate and ecosystems to suit their needs. It would be a race against time, not just to fight them off, but to stop the planet itself from changing into something uninhabitable for humans. But let's take it one step further. What if humanity isn't fighting alone? Maybe, just maybe, there are other alien species out there that have been watching from the sidelines. They see the invasion and decide to step in, either because they want to help us, or because they don't want the invading aliens to take over. Can you imagine Earth becoming the battleground for an intergalactic war? It's easy to think about the worst-case scenario, but what if there's a glimmer of hope? What if the aliens underestimated us? We're not just about guns and bombs. We're resourceful. Maybe we could hack their systems, use our knowledge of Earth's terrain to outsmart them, or find allies in unexpected places. Perhaps even nature could work in our favor. Could the invaders be vulnerable to Earth's bacteria or viruses? That's something they might not see coming. In the end, the outcome of this invasion could go either way. Maybe humanity manages to fight off the aliens, and we're left to rebuild, stronger and more united than ever. Or maybe we lose, and Earth becomes a new colony for extraterrestrial overlords. Either way, the world as we know it would never be the same again. But let's be real for a second. This is all speculation, right? Aliens haven't invaded yet. But it's always fun to imagine what could happen. And who knows? Maybe we should be preparing, just in case. After all, we've barely scratched the surface of what's out there in the universe. One thing's for sure. If they come, it's going to be the biggest event in human history. Before we wrap up, I want to remind you to hit that subscribe button if you've enjoyed this journey into the unknown. We've got more thrilling and mind-bending content on the way, and you won't want to miss out. Thanks for watching, and remember, keep your eyes on the skies.